Our vision here at Mount Zion is a vibrant community living by faith. Our mission, empowering people to transform themselves and the community.
And that's what we did in the year 2018.
I am Reverend Christopher Moore Sr., the assistant to the pastor here at Mount Zion.
And this is Pastor Addis Moore.
So it's a great joy to be with you as we kind of look back over the year of 2018.
2018 was a phenomenal year. We started, we like to always start by getting our leaders ready. This is our leadership readiness workshop where we remind individuals of why we're here. The purpose of the church is to make disciples.
And that's what we're seeing now with the baptism, just making disciples of Jesus Christ. And this is sort of like report card, to see souls being baptized.
I'm excited that this past year we really focused on the journey, making sure that we were getting everybody ready to make disciples.
And that's evident not only with our leadership workshop, but even the installation service, just how that was organized. Focus on the journey this year, empowering our leaders to not only be transformed, but to transform the lives of other people as well.
And as you can see, I'm fortunate as pastor to have such a tremendous leadership team, just the amount of leaders, Reverend Chris, that worked with us in 2018.
Everyone seems so excited for this leadership workshop. Everybody's turned toward the wall. It was an awesome experience because you had each leadership in the congregation charge each other for that leadership workshop.
That was unique. And additionally, unique was Minister Vanessa Ace doing her first sermon. You saw a clip of that just a few moments ago. And we're always excited to see people walk in their purpose, discover who they are, and actually give them the platform to operate there.
I mean, you do a great job of doing that and even opening our doors as a church to the community. We saw a few moments ago the Martin Luther King celebration with the Northside Ministerial Alliance, and now we're seeing the Spiritual Awakening Revival, where churches come together for a time of fellowship and renewal and just to focus on God.
One of the most exciting things that I experienced in 2018 was the Loving God series.
That was going through the book of 1 John every week, having our congregation read that every week, and even our fulfillment hour classes connecting with the book of 1 John every week was powerful for our congregation. Individuals learned how to really love God and what that means in relation to loving other people.
And we've discovered that Christian education actually undergirds everything in our church, and I think that's why this church has made it to the 98th year now.
98th year. Looking at this, man, 97 years we're celebrating here. And just these pictures really depict our congregation, from our focus on youth, our focus on families. My son's in that picture. I'm kind of excited about that. But just to see the focus on our youth, the families, on people, that's what's taken this ministry over 98 years now.
Absolutely, and definitely our young people participate in every aspect of ministry. And here you're seeing how they celebrate and help celebrate the resurrection of Jesus Christ. And the program every year we have, and our youth are just very excited to be a part of that. And you can see clips of that now.
Got to definitely thank God for Reverend Morris Brooks, our Director of Youth Ministries here, as well as our superintendents in our youth area and our teachers who tirelessly give of themselves and release the creativity of our students.
And as you were speaking about the community, empowering people to transform themselves and the community, we believe that the church is in the community to impact the community. And you see a demonstration here wherein the Gilmore Festival actually came to Mount Zion. And so that cultural experience was in our church.
That was a powerful experience, being a part of that Gilmore Festival this year. This is the pastors and first ladies' 23rd pastoral anniversary, and it was a joy to have Pastor Oliver come and to celebrate with us. But just, you deserve all that honor, you and the First Lady. We thank God for what you do for not only this church but also the community.
And what a tremendous congregation to be a part of, to even take time to even celebrate that milestone, and definitely are appreciative.
Wow. Okay, now we're in the month of June with the Biker's Blessing. This is a highlight for a lot of people in our community. Even me now that I ride, that's my motorcycle right there.
If you look carefully, you'll see you riding along somewhere.
You know, I didn't see, I need to look carefully. I need to relook at that again. But we're still in the month of June, and wow, I think we had 20 graduates this year graduating from our 12th grade class, and, you know, just seniors in general.
And really one of the most spiritual classes we had, because our youth were engaged. They loved God, and they demonstrated that even in their high school years.
Now, we don't talk about this publicly often, but these individuals are, 18, 17, 18 years old?
Absolutely.
And many of them, you dedicated them as children.
And that's phenomenal. That's phenomenal. Dedicated them,
Yeah.
baptized them, saw them grow up, and so now they're going off to school, and now we see another generation. This is our seeds. We have a preschool here at Mount Zion. Our seeds children, 3 and 4 years old, getting their foundation ready to grow up, and one day we'll see them walk across that stage as graduates.
Now, that Seeds is a 5-star program here at the Mount Zion Church.
Absolutely, absolutely. And it's to impact our community, in particular the underserved and those that have not had a chance yet. And so now they'll be given a chance through the Church of the Living God.
Now we're looking at our D6 conference, our youth portion here. Earlier we saw the teachers in the adult classes teaching, but just carrying out our theme this year of growing on the faith journey, being disciplined on the faith journey, D6. And we focus on 6 disciplines during this D6 conference.
Again, we really want to continue to highlight how important Christian education is, the study of God's Word and the prayer aspect, because I really believe that's the foundation of our church. That's what keeps our church strong, that Christian education and that prayer.
And we see that now with the prayer walk with our congregation, actually on a Wednesday. Not praying inside, but actually going to our neighborhood and our neighbors and praying with those in our community.
And what a phenomenal experience. We even heard from our individuals that are members and the community, how the community was changed, but more importantly, our people was changed.
Yeah. And we had fun doing it. I mean, you see all the smiles. Our youth were engaged in this, so it wasn't an adult activity. Everybody was engaged.
And community now expects us to be out there, because some indications were that community people that we didn't pray for were waving and telling us to come pray for them. So that was very, very exciting and gratifying.
And as I was saying earlier, the youth are also engaged in this process. It just isn't an adult-driven church. And right now you're seeing on the screen Promotion Sunday, where our kids were going from one class to the next class. So if they graduated from the 3rd grade going to the 4th, they're now going to their new classes, and they too are learning how to pray for other people, how to care for people, how to be compassionate for people.
And our youth are not an afterthought. They are actually a forethought, and they're a part of everything we do. And we really want to be involved in their lives, and through the efforts of Reverend Morris Brooks, we've actually now connected with the schools. And I think what we're seeing now is a back-to-school prayer, where our theme was, it's all about our children. And so we really want to pray for them and their teachers and their administrators.
And we see this again with our Kids Moving and Thriving 5K, fun run and walk, a picture of our participants this year in that 5K event.
Because we're concerned about the health of our children. We want them active. We don't want them obese. We want them spiritually and physically alert.
Again, you see our youth doing ministry. Those are our youth ushers who have grown phenomenally this past year.
And there's a lot of youth in this church.
It is. Our deacon's trying to step.
They want to get in on the fun.
Yeah.
Now, what about this Mind ministry?
Sir Bolton, he just held it together this year in 2018 with our Mind ministry, and every time he mimed, you could just see his passion and enthusiasm.
Now, this was one of the most exciting times of our year, because it started at 5. This is our Family Fall Fest. It's usually we have that on Halloween night to make sure our kids are not in the street, they are safe. But it started at 5. But prior to 5, individuals were lined up outside waiting to get in.
I saw individuals from every part of our community coming to the Mount Zion Church to be a part of this Family Fall Fest. And we had ponies this year.
And it was actually over 1,000 children here that night.
Yeah. And again, that's just our focus on the youth.
But then on the other end now, not only just the youth, but we love our seniors.
Definitely.
And we focus on our seniors because we really look at the entire family. And so these are pictures of our senior banquet on senior weekend where we celebrate our senior adults.
You know, I actually look forward to this event every year to focus just on our seniors, highlight our seniors, thank God for our seniors. And from the looks of it, they enjoy it too.
And the wealth of knowledge and experience they have just to integrate them with the younger individuals is such a blessing to see that whole relationship building and the learning and gleaming from one another.
We'll see a little bit later about our millennial celebration. Well, there it is right there. But our millennials came in and served our seniors and just learned so much from them just from that brief time with them.
And speaking of the millennials, that's one of our fastest growing age groups here at Mount Zion, and growing so much. They had a worship service, and they led the worship, and what a phenomenal worship it was.
There's so much literature out about youth, particularly millennials, not being at church, not caring about church, but we're not seeing that trend here at Mount Zion. We're actually, as you said, seeing them, and I'm part of the millennial population, flocking to God, flocking to church, and telling friends about it, and they're willingly coming to the household of faith.
They love God, and they love serving, and they're not ashamed to go out and bring others like them into the body of Christ. Now, you're talking about true discipleship. This group is doing discipleship.
2018 was a big year for us. Our building was built in 1978, 79.
Absolutely.
And we had quite a few aesthetic changes happen to our church. And right now we're seeing new carpet being put in, and the congregation came in and helped clean pews.
That was exciting to get individuals involved in the process of replacement and upkeep. And we did this. We're doing the same thing now. We're looking for a boiler. But as we do those things, we continue to do ministry on a huge level, because our transportation ministry, you just saw that, is a huge part of what we do. And our food pantry that actually give food to those that need it. And this night you're seeing the fact that individuals are welcome to Mount Zion to be a part of all in which we do here.
Our mission, again, is empowering people to transform themselves in the community. So as people are studying God's Word, learning God's Word, they find their purpose, and they find where to work in ministry and volunteer, and they're doing it. And now we're seeing individuals throughout our congregation volunteering in so many facets: sound, the kitchen, tot spot, transportation, as you said. And we thank God for everyone who serves here at the Mount Zion Baptist Church.
And we believe here at Mount Zion that there is a place for every person that God sends here. If there's not a ministry already established, then God send that person here to do that. And so every person at Mount Zion, and we really expect them to be involved in ministry. That Matthew 25 means a lot to us. We've got to feed the hungry. We got to clothe the naked. We've got to do what God called us to do. And I think this is what a lot of what this video depicts.
Well, we're looking forward now to 2019, seeing what the Lord is going to do through this ministry.
Great year.